There's a feeling a lot of people have on Sunday afternoons that they can't quite name. Maybe by 3 p.m., maybe by dinner, maybe earlier. Nothing is wrong. The week hasn't started. You're not even doing anything stressful. You might be making coffee, walking the dog, watching a movie. But there's a low hum underneath it. A bracing. A reluctance to look at your phone. A subtle pull toward distraction. We have a name for this in pop culture. The Sunday Scaries. But the language treats it as a small problem about not wanting to go to work tomorrow. The actual mechanism is more interesting and more useful, and it explains things you may have noticed in other parts of your life too. What you may not realize is that this isn't really about Sunday, and it isn't really about Monday. It's about a specific pattern in how your nervous system handles the gap between activation and event. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what your body is doing on Sunday afternoon, why nothing being wrong doesn't make the hum stop, and a 30-second practice that reframes the whole experience. Your nervous system is not just responding to what's happening right now, it's responding to what it expects to happen next. This is called anticipatory activation. And it's one of the underrated drivers of modern anxiety, because most of us live in environments where the next thing is always potentially demanding. Tomorrow's meetings, tonight's email, the commute, the coworker, the performance review, the unread message. Your body, scanning ahead, picks up on the upcoming load and starts preparing for it. The preparation doesn't happen in your conscious mind. It happens in your physiology. Cortisol and adrenaline begin to climb. Your jaw tightens slightly, your breath shortens by a small amount, your gut shifts. None of this is loud enough for your conscious mind to flag it, but it's enough to create a feeling, that low, indefinite hum. What makes Sunday afternoon special is the gap. Most days, your body is activated and your mind has something to do with it. You answer the email, you go to the meeting, you match the activation to a task. The mismatch isn't visible. On Sunday afternoon, your body has begun activating for the week ahead, but your mind has nothing to do. There's no task to assign the energy to. So the activation just sits there formless and uncomfortable, and your brain reaches for the most natural explanation. Something must be wrong. There isn't anything wrong. Your body is just early. This pattern shows up in other places too. Many people feel a low anxiety the day before a vacation. Not because vacation is stressful, but because the body has begun mobilizing for travel and there's no immediate task to absorb the energy. Many people feel anxious when they finally sit down on a Friday evening, because activation that's been chained to deadlines all week now has nothing to attach to. The anxiety isn't a sign that something's wrong, it's a sign that the body's mobilized for a moment that hasn't arrived. Once you can name this, the practice changes. Most of us, when we feel this low Sunday hum, do one of two things. We either catastrophize, something must be wrong with me, with my life, with my job, or we numb out, scroll until it passes. Both of those work, in the short term. Neither addresses what's actually happening. The practice that addresses what's actually happening is a body snapshot. It takes about 30 seconds. Here's how. The next time you notice the Sunday hum, or any low anxiety with no obvious cause, pause where you are. You don't have to sit down. You don't have to close your eyes. Just bring your attention to your body and ask 3 questions. What's tense? What's holding? What's already preparing? Your jaw maybe, your shoulders. The space between your shoulder blades, your belly, your throat, your breath. Don't try to change what you find, just notice it. And then, and this is the important part, say to yourself something like, my body is preparing. It's not lying. There's something coming. That single sentence does something. It validates the activation as information rather than malfunction. The hum becomes interpretable instead of mysterious. And often the mere act of acknowledging it lowers the volume. Now you have a choice. You can engage with what's coming. Write down what's on your plate tomorrow, do one small piece of preparation, set up your morning so you don't wake up to chaos. Or you can decide that the activation is doing its job already and let the rest of Sunday be Sunday. Both are valid. What's not helpful is to argue with the activation or to drown it in scrolling. There's a deeper note here for people who have always struggled with Sundays. If your body is preparing for an environment that consistently activates it, a job, a relationship, a household, that information is worth taking seriously. The Sunday hum is data. It might be telling you that something about Monday is genuinely too much for your system. Or it might be telling you that you have unfinished tasks creating dread. Or it might be telling you that you've been operating above your capacity for so long that your body now starts preparing 2 days in advance because it has to. If the body snapshot keeps surfacing the same pattern week after week, same tense shoulders, same held breath, same dread, that's worth listening to. Not to fix in one Sunday, but to notice. The data adds up over time. So next time the Sunday hum arrives, instead of treating it as a problem with you, try treating it as a message from a system that's been working all week to keep you safe and is now scanning the runway ahead. Ask what it's preparing for. Ask whether the preparation is proportional, and let the answer inform what you do with the rest of the day. Thank you for watching. The Sunday hum we just unpacked is anticipatory cortisol. And there's an earlier video about the same hormone showing up at the other end of the day, when you wake at 3 a.m. for no reason you can identify. The cortisol cycle that explains both patterns is laid out in detail there, and it pairs directly with what you just learned. Link is on the screen. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming.